Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Age of Extinction video review, and this time the last video review that I'll have for you guys for a while for Age of Extinction is going to be the Generation's new Camaro Bumblebee. And this is the one that comes packaged with the Bumblebee, the repaint of the Legends class IDW Bumblebee, which I put that guy away somewhere and I forgot to grab him out, so I'm not too worried about him anyways. So there's Bumblebee in his brand new concept Camaro mode, which looks very nice. Real quick, here he is with Generations Bumblebee. And there he is with High Octane Bumblebee. Real quick, I'm going to see if I can try to transform him off camera and have him for size class or size comparison. Alright, so here is High Octane Bumblebee sitting next to the new Bumblebee, which is very nice. I do really like that it looks sweet. I do like the new concept Camaro Bumblebee. It does look very nice. It's just, he looks awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out of the way. Yeah, real quick, one thing to note is that the difference in color for yellow, I don't know how well it's showing up on mine, but the panels that are done as translucent plastic to make the windows appear as windows have a different color of, it seems like a different shade of yellow painted on, and it's probably just because of painting this yellow on a translucent blue plastic. But in robot mode, it's very easy. It doesn't appear as obtrusive as it does in vehicle mode, because a lot of these panels get hidden away anyways. But I wanted to point that out. It is there. He also does have weapon storage. He does have these two shurikens on the bottom, which don't hinder mobility in robot mode in vehicle mode at all. And also, just like a lot of the other vehicle modes in this line, he gets very minimal paint applications, especially in the back. We get no distinct paint applications for his tail lights or whatever. We only get some headlights and a sliver for his grill. We don't get the Chevy logo painted. We don't get the Autobot logos that are stuck on the sides painted on. But anyways, going ahead to transform him, we're going to go ahead and start by getting the shurikens removed, which they only fit underneath here in one specific way, which is this way with these 2 points facing each other, because there's 2 pegs and then a gap in between the feet for the big peg, which allows it to only fit in one certain way. So just go ahead and set those off to the side. And then one thing I want to mention with these arms when I'm transforming it, when you go to transform it, you need to, there's a peg here that's straight down, and you need to get this arm to come out. Oh, hang on. So yeah, there's a peg up here that goes straight down, and then you need to get this arm to go out. So you want to be able to make sure you're pushing down and manage to get it past there before it comes out, because I've already broken off the peg that's right there on that side. It's still there on this side, but yeah, you want to make sure you're pushing down and get it past that peg before you start pulling it outward. Otherwise you'll break the peg off, which I've already done on this figure. But go ahead and take the backpack we go ahead and take the top of the car and fold that up and the back, and that all collapses on top of the vehicle. And then take that and fold it to the back. Go ahead and rotate these panels out and rotate them forward. Like that. That does clear up some of his robot, gives him less of a shell former appearance. And take these panels with his back bumper panels and fold them up and rotate that down, and then fold this panel up behind him, and rotate the leg around, and rotate the wheel behind his leg. Go ahead and do the same on this side, just like that. And then lastly, what we do with the grill of the car is we will take his chest plate and fold it down, and then take the grill, and then it does fold down and then kind of folds in on itself like so, and clips in. So there we have Bumblebee in his robot mode. Now, I wasn't prepared to say this before, but I really love this Bumblebee figure. A very nice robot mode. Despite his back kibble, he does appear very awesome and very movie accurate. I'm surprised. Oh, and also I forgot to fold up the windshields, or the windows for his car doors onto the back of his arms. So yeah. But yeah, I'm very surprised in this Bumblebee. It is pulled off an all-new vehicle mode, an all-new robot mode design. And I actually really do like this Bumblebee mode. Now, real quick, I'm going to transform High Octane Bumblebee off screen so I can show a comparison between the two. So yeah, here's High Octane Bumblebee now. And as you can see, there is an obvious amount of differences, and they both do feel the same amount of heft to them, the same amount of mass going into each of them. But they just wear their mass a bit differently. Now, posability wise, I'm gonna go ahead and take High Octane Bumblebee out of here. Also, he does come with, or the throwing stars that we took off earlier, they can plug into his hands like that, but that is completely unrealistic of how anybody would hold throwing stars. So I just like to store them, keep them stored in the back here with these little posts back here. And keep them back here. That does look about a lot better. So articulation wise, he does have a ball jointed head, which very large range of motion. He has swivels on his shoulders for forward and back, as well as side to side, and faux ratcheting joint in the elbow, as well as a swivel at the top of the elbow. No wrist articulation, no waist articulation either. The hips, we get forward and backward movement, as well as ratcheting out thighs. And we also, thanks to the transformation, we don't get to forget about the thigh swivel. And we also get a joint in the knee, and kind of a weird joint in the ankle, which is just transformation. So I usually like to just keep the ankle folded out all the way and not worry about it. Now for other accessory features, which this one just blows me away because of, obviously Deluxe class figures have gotten smaller, so that's one thing. And Battle Blade Bumblebee, we all know him to be pretty hefty size robot mode. Does get to feature both the fold down visor and fold around arm cannon, and this Bumblebee does get to do that too. Which also I want to take a good look at the head. I do like the new sculpt, which does look similar, but just has a new hang on. Yeah, it does look similar. It just has some new liberties getting taken to it to make it look a bit more, to make it look the same, just yet awesome. And he does get to have some light piping, which is not being denied by his back kibble, which is nice. But also, he does get to have the, and he also does have a very nice Tampodon Autobot symbol for the top, for the itty bitty Autobot symbol. But anyways, he does get to have the face visor fold down and look pretty mean and menacing with that. Now, I wish we could get some more paint apps on there and make it look a bit more movie accurate, but it's good for what it is. He also does have the rotate out arm cannon, which is just this panel. You take his hand and rotate it around, which I'm glad they got a chance to incorporate both of these into a figure of this size, being a little bit smaller and getting to still incorporate that gimmick into a Bumblebee figure. This guy is just amazing. Groundbreaking for a Bumblebee figure. We get same old Bumblebee character, but with an all-new look and all-new appearance. Here he is next to Optimus, Leader Class Optimus. Because as we both know, both of these guys are the ones with the awesome makeovers. So here we are with those two. And then also we'll go ahead and get the rest of the Autobots in here. Here's Crosshairs. And Drift. And at least I was done using Thundercracker. Come on. Stand, Drift. Stand. Stand. Okay, good enough. And anyways, Hound. Darn it. Here we have Hound. So there is the whole team all assembled, all looking fantastic together. With the new Autobots, the old Autobots in their new bodies, and then the new Autobots just hanging around. And we have Evasion Mode Prime kind of hanging into getting in the camera shot too. But this Bumblebee, very awesome. I do love this new Bumblebee figure. I don't think I would ever say that. It is completely new, completely fresh. Bumblebee mold, everything about him is new. Now, with the whole nature of his robot mode design and the Stinger character from Age of Extinction, and granted that this Bumblebee feels like a shell former, considering how also most of his car mode forms a backpack and just hangs off of his limbs. I also kind of hope the shell former nature going on with, or continuing on with how Galvatron was a shell former and all. I'm kind of hoping that we get a Stinger figure out of this Bumblebee, but like all the vehicle mode bits are redone to look like Hippogani Hawara instead of just a repainted red Camaro or whatever they've done for Stinger repaint or Stinger characters so far. But yeah, overall, very nice figure. I do highly recommend Bumblebee. And unlike any of the other previous movie Bumblebees, these guys are evenly marked in their waves, so we aren't going to get a wall full of Bumblebees. And I also don't think there's going to be very many different repaints of the same exact Bumblebee figure with the different stripes or whatever they decide to do. So hopefully this mold doesn't get oversaturated like the last Bumblebees and end up growing tired of this one as well. But anyways, this is Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review, and I will see you again next time.